Cheers, Tim. We're off to Melbourne, mate. We're off to Melbourne. How bloody good. How bloody good. Cheers, mate. Bye-bye. Melbourne to go!
Realistically, with Athletes Authority and the way it started, it's always going to be the idea of taking professional sport into the amateur ranks, where we are an athlete-only gym. It's always going to be like that, and that's probably our big differential. So when we're looking for a facility, we need to be able to have a facility that has that athletic feel, but is also a really good space that we can build out some strong strength and conditioning equipment within it, and it's not just completely open and spacious. I think the more and more facilities you do, the more and more mistakes you learn from. Coming through the AFL, I basically built a gym for 5 pre-seasons in a row because we kept moving facilities. So you learn a lot there, and then it goes to another level when you go to a private standpoint, because your facility is probably a little bit more unique. They're not these perfectly square facilities or purpose built, and you learn a lot of things as you start to put it into action. And I think for us, our biggest learning curve is knowing what our system for coaching is, the way we program and the way we coach, so what we need to allow for. Can you position the warm-up area at the entrance so they can walk in and roll straight into that? And that'll also define where you put your turf, where you put your rubber, where you put your racks, because you do want it to flow nicely. So not only do you just try and fit it into the facility you're in, you want to try and think about what's your programming structure and how you're going to coach to allow that facility to have the best flow, because flow equals commitment, which equals energy. If you can get that right, then your sessions will feel amazing.
There will be a period of time, no matter how good you are, no matter how capable you are, no matter how resilient you are, that running a gym feels like you've got the world on your shoulders. There is going to be a time where it just feels like it's all too hard. And I say that because I've been there and I remember what that feels like. But interestingly, it's never as bad as you think it is, and it will be okay. There will be a moment where shit just gets so goddamn fucking hard that it's easier to give up than it is to push through it, but it's not. You can do it. There is a way through. Sometimes all you need to do is stop running into the glass door, take 5 steps back, and you'll see the open window. Like, you just sometimes have to have a bit of perspective, which can be so hard when you're in it, when you're wearing a million different hats, when you're getting pulled in a million different directions, when you're so emotional because it's your baby. I get all of that. But if you can find a way to just work through it, the guns to your head, find a way, you will get through it. You know, to think that there was once a time where I had $2,000 in my bank account. There's also been periods of time where we've had over $600,000 in our bank account. You know, and there's only a couple of years between those two periods of time. You'll always overestimate what you can achieve in a couple of days or in a couple of weeks or in a couple of months. But you'll always underestimate what we can achieve over a couple of years. So just fucking stick with it.
Gym tip 33, after you sort your electricity out, next thing you need to do is sort out your waste management, because you're gonna fucking need it. When you have all these pallets and boxes and don't know where to start, the first thing you need to do is find your rack storage. So build your rack storage first, because then when you unpack everything else, you have somewhere to put it. Oh, you going? Yeah, go. Don't do that!
Tick 510. Hire labourers to do this.